Good news, the dawn chorus is louder and clearer than it has been in decades thanks to the lockdown. This is good news because birdsong is beautiful. You may be able to hear it right now as I'm recording this in my back garden. I'm going to be talking in this video about some other good news. This is good news for anybody who's a content creator on YouTube, but also for anybody who watches content creators on YouTube. But before I go into that, let me ask you this question. If Bitcoin is the digital equivalent of gold, and email is the digital equivalent of snail mail or the post, what's YouTube? What would you say YouTube could be compared to? And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Now, if you're listening to this, please do watch, because there are going to be images that I think it's important for you to see. They're going to be part of the message. Normally I cover cryptocurrencies, but this is something that affects everybody. So please subscribe, comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, come over and follow me on BitTube, because that's where I post my videos first.
Remote work can be secure and accessible just like your work at the office. For a home office, secure your router with a VPN for an encrypted connection, routing communications of your smart devices through a secure private network. If you're working remotely, don't forget to connect to a VPN. NordVPN. Online security starts with a click.
This is the good news. We've got the COVID-19 pandemic going on. Now people are worried about their jobs, about their health, how they're going to survive, about their loved ones. The grandparents can't see their grandkids. But don't worry, because YouTube are coming to the rescue. YouTube will remove any content that goes against World Health Organization recommendations. Speaking on CNN's reliable sources, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, I hope I said her name correctly, stated that anything that would contradict World Health Organization recommendations would be removed from the platform. Brilliant. They are going to look after us. Wojcicki said we have actually seen a 75% increase in the news coming from authoritative sources since the beginning of 2020. So we have seen a lot of demand. But then also, now Stelter interrupted, what does that mean? That means an increase in video views for those? Yes, and so we talk about that as raising authoritative information. But then we also talk about removing information that is problematic. Of course, anything that is medically unsubstantiated. So people saying like, take vitamin C or take turmeric. Like those will cure you. Those are examples of things that would be a violation of our policy. Anything that would go against World Health Organization recommendations would be a violation of our policy. And so remove is really another important part of our policy. So this is really, really, really great news, right? YouTube, in concert with the World Health Organization, what they're going to do is they are going to keep us safe. So we don't need to worry. We can just relax, because they'll be able to filter out all the dangerous information that could mean that we might succumb to all the misinformation that's out there. And so we're protected not only from the virus, but from misinformation. So there's all sorts of misinformation. If you're an anti-vaxxer, you can't do a YouTube video about that, about the damage that vaccines have done and how much has been paid out in compensation to people who have been damaged by vaccines. YouTube will protect you in concert with the World Health Organization, working together. So I wouldn't, for example, be able to do a video where I say, hey, listen, exercise can strengthen immunity, unless World Health Organization sanctions that it's okay and YouTube is going to police that. I wouldn't, for example, be able to say that vitamin C has potent antiviral qualities, and in the absence of any other form of treatment, you might want to try vitamin C. I wouldn't be able to say that. Nor would I be able to say that vitamin D may help, because it also strengthens the immune system and is also good for the lungs. I wouldn't be able to say that. And papers like the Daily Mail couldn't say that. They couldn't say it on a YouTube video. Or maybe they could, because they're authoritative. Not to worry, YouTube will take care of the Daily Mail. They won't get censored. Now, there may be a problem with some of these authoritative sources if one of them were to say, hey, listen, maybe you should start taking vitamin C as a supplement because you're likely to spend more time indoors, get less sunlight, and vitamin D does have protective qualities. And it could be a challenge if the World Health Organization haven't sanctioned that. So I wouldn't be able to say, in the absence of any safe, viable, accessible treatment, it might be worth your while to go and get some vitamin D as well as some vitamin C. I wouldn't be able to say that. I'm not saying that, right? Because YouTube is going to take care of me, and it's going to take care of you. And I am grateful that here in the Western world, we don't have disinformation and censorship, that we're able to express ourselves freely, and there's no negation or nullification of ideas like there has been in other societies, or there has been throughout history, where people who have challenged the orthodoxy or the establishment narratives have been punished and vilified and censored. I am so fortunate that YouTube is going to look out for my safety and my welfare so I can just relax. And you too can relax, which brings us back to this question that I asked you. If Bitcoin could be likened to digital gold, a digital version of gold, and email can be likened to a digital version of the post, what could YouTube be likened to? What is it the digital version of? And are you grateful that YouTube is here to protect us from fake news, misinformation, and make sure that we only ever get the ideas and the discourse that they, in partnership with the World Health Organization, have considered is good and suitable for us? Let me know in the comments below.